3 summers ago, a small village in southern Spain went through nearly 2 weeks without rain. The wells were running low, the ground looked cracked and lifeless, and every single morning, one old farmer walked outside with a bucket already half full of water. There were no pipes, no pumps, no electricity, no delivery truck, no stream, no pond nearby. And yet, water was collecting inside a small container overnight while everyone else worried about drought. Water was quietly dripping into a container. At first, people assumed he had some hidden tank buried underground, but when they finally asked him how he was doing it, he pointed to something that looked almost ridiculous. A simple mesh screen standing in the wind. That was it. Just a simple frame made from plastic tubing and mesh fabric, built for around $12. What was happening here? And this is something most people never realize. The air around us contains enormous amounts of water, every single day, enough to produce actual drinking water from thin air, for almost no money, without machines, without complicated technology. And somehow, almost nobody talks about it. Stay with me, because today I'm going to show you why water can literally be pulled from the atmosphere, how this principle has existed for centuries, why modern systems turned it into an expensive industry, and how you can build one yourself in a single afternoon. At first, this sounds like some kind of survival myth. It isn't. It's basic physics, something you've already seen your entire life without realizing what you were actually looking at. Think about it. A cold bottle of beer in summer covered in condensation, morning dew covering the grass, a bathroom mirror fogging up after a hot shower. The exact same thing is happening every single time. Warm air touches a cooler surface. Suddenly, invisible moisture becomes liquid water. That's the entire foundation of the system. And here's where things become fascinating. Air is never truly empty. Even when the weather feels dry, the atmosphere around you is constantly holding moisture. Invisible, suspended, always present. Once humid air touches the surface cold enough to reach the dew point, something changes. The air can no longer hold onto its moisture, so the water separates out. Tiny droplets begin to form. Those droplets combine, grow heavier, and eventually begin to run downward. That's exactly what this setup is designed to encourage. You're essentially creating a large surface where the air can release its moisture efficiently. That's it. No motors, no electronics, no moving parts. And this is what still amazes me every time I think about it. The atmosphere contains staggering quantities of fresh water at all times, more than most people could even imagine, floating above us constantly, and almost nobody is collecting it. Of course, this idea isn't new. People have harvested moisture from fog and dew for generations. In dry coastal areas of South America, in mountain villages across North Africa, in remote places where reliable water simply didn't exist. Even ancient civilizations built structures specifically designed to condense moisture from the air. Back then, people paid closer attention to their environment. They noticed patterns. Some surfaces stayed wet longer. Certain materials gathered more condensation. Some structures collected water naturally overnight, and from those observations came systems, not from advanced technology, but from carefully observing nature. Then something changed. Modern infrastructure made water feel effortless. Turn the handle, water appears. And once people stop needing to think about something, old knowledge slowly fades into the background. Now here's the part nobody really mentions. Simple, long-lasting solutions are difficult to monetize. A passive water collector gets built once. An electric atmospheric water machine sells replacement filters, power consumption, maintenance plans, and recurring upgrades forever. You probably already know the rest of the answer, and yet this old approach still works remarkably well. So let's make it practical. The materials are almost ridiculously simple. Fine mesh fabric or shade cloth, 4 PVC pipes for the frame, zip ties, a plastic gutter or collection tray, and a few bricks or stones to angle the structure correctly. That's all you need. Total cost? Usually somewhere between $10 and $15, often less, if you already have materials lying around. First, build a simple rectangular frame, roughly 4 feet tall, 3 feet wide. It doesn't need to look professional, it just needs to stay upright. Then stretch the mesh tightly across the frame. And this is where many people make their first mistake. The mesh must not sag, because loose fabric allows water to collect in puddles instead of flowing downward efficiently. That's why you want tension across the entire surface. Now, here's the part that changes everything. Never place the system flat on the ground. That ruins the entire process. Instead, tilt it slightly, about 15 to 30 degrees. That angle allows every droplet to naturally roll downward under gravity. At the bottom, place the collection trough directly underneath the lower edge. And that's basically the entire system. Air passes through the mesh, the surface cools overnight, moisture condenses, droplets form, gravity pulls them downward. By morning, water is collected inside the container, completely passively. And now pay attention. Placement matters more than most people realize. Always face the setup toward the wind, not sideways, not sheltered from airflow. Because moving air is what feeds moisture through the mesh. Lifting the structure slightly above ground level also improves performance noticeably. And here's another important point. Avoid direct morning sunlight whenever possible. The faster the mesh heats up, the faster your collected water disappears back into the air. And that's exactly what you want to prevent. Under average conditions, even a small setup can produce meaningful amounts of water overnight. In humid climates, coastal regions, or fog-heavy areas, the output increases dramatically. If you expand the surface area, the collection scales with it. And suddenly, you start thinking about air differently, because the atmosphere isn't empty at all. It's an enormous reservoir of water surrounding us constantly, invisible, but always there. Of course, there are limitations. This won't replace a full-scale municipal water supply. To give you the complete picture, the results always depend on humidity, temperature, and location. But maybe that's exactly what makes this idea so compelling. It works quietly in the background. No subscription, no infrastructure, no monthly costs. Just physics. Doing what physics has always done. The old farmer may not have understood every scientific detail, but he paid close attention to the world around him. And sometimes, careful observation is enough to create surprisingly effective systems. And now that knowledge is in your hands, make the most of it. And if you're wondering whether you can drink the water, I can put your mind at ease. You can. The collected water has not come into contact with the ground or with potentially contaminated pipe walls. This keeps it protected from bacteria, pesticides, and other harmful substances. The only possibility is that particles may detach from the mesh. If you want to be absolutely sure, check out my video on natural water filters.